There's very little time left to get the Shenron glider in Fortnite, but this is the best guide on how to complete all the quests that you need to do in order to get the glider. Unfortunately, if it is already past August 30th, 2 AM, you can no longer get the glider. But there is a likelihood it may be released to the item store, or when they do the second Dragon Ball collab fire in the future, they might re-release it. Very unlikely, however. Now, I've already completed all of the quests in order to get the glider. However, in each category, all you have to do is complete 3 quests each in order to get a Dragon Ball to get the glider. So this video is going to be a collection of the 3 of the easiest quests from all of my previous videos, and they're all going to be chopped up into this video. So hopefully it helps you out and you can grind to get the glider before this weekend's over, as it will be gone when it comes Tuesday, Wednesday, aka August 30th. Best of luck grinding for this amazing glider, and make sure if this video helps you out in any shape or form to press like and subscribe down below, trying to hit 10k subs before the end of the year. As a side note, before we really get into it, I just want to note, if you find any of these quests too hard, I've selected the 3 easiest ones which I believe. You can go to my playlist, which will have all of the quest videos for each category, and you can find another quest that is more easy to do and a perfect guide on how to do it from those videos. Also, I'm going to state this now because I know in some of the early videos I wasn't aware of this, but if any of the quests say hit opponents, you are able to hit wolves or NPCs that attack you, like Darth Vader or the Stormtroopers. This does not count for peaceful NPCs you attack to complete the challenge. For example, if it says hit 10 headshots on opponents, you can do that on Darth Vader or a wolf and it will count. In Capsule Corp, Capsules, they fall out of the sky every single time the ring forms, and more details on that in a second, but I'm going to give you the best techniques in order to get it first and in order to get it fast. The best one that I found in my personal opinion is wait till the bus kicks you out. Don't jump from the bus. So when the bus kicks you out, pull your glider right away and just stay in the air as long as possible. The first ring should form, and when the first ring forms is when 4 to 3 of them should drop out of the sky. Once you see where they're going, try and follow towards where it is. If you're kind of unsure, if you feel like you're a little bit low to the ground, head towards somewhere where they've got grapplers or rifts, and the minute you land on the ground, go through one of those and then follow that capsule. And when you make it to the capsule will drop you a Kamehameha and Nimbus, aka known in the show as Kinto-Un, if you watch the sub version of it. This is the only way to get these mythics for free in the game. Every other way is via purchase, which I'll show you shortly. When the next ring forms, 3 of them should drop from the sky, and when the last ring forms, 1 of them should drop from the sky. Do note this becomes very populated, and as more people find this out, it's going to be a lot harder to get these for free. So try and get this challenge done fast, and if you can't get it done fast right away, don't worry, you only have to complete 3 of these from this category to get Shenron in the end. Next challenge is visit a familiar training location. Now this one's probably one of the easiest ones to do because you literally just have to go somewhere on the map. The issue is going to be dying off spawn because so many people go there. So there's a couple drops you can land at in order to not die as fast. You can land at this little island here that is owned by the 7, and then you can just loot up and then take a rift and then rotate to the island and then potentially buy a Kinto-Un or a Nimbus from Boomer. She sells it for 250 gold each there. This is one of the locations where you can get these mythics from. Or you can land directly at the island, go to Boomer right away, buy the Nimbus and try and run away as fast as possible. Or you can land at the little neighboring islands where there's a couple houses and get a couple guns and then third party and rotate in. Visiting Moon and Roshi's house, aka the Turtle Hermit's house, is all you have to do for this challenge, and you can visit it at any point during a match. You don't have to land there specifically off spawn. Next quest is buying something from a Dragon Ball Vending Machine. You can buy the Kamehameha or the Nimbus from any vending machine for the same amount of 250 gold. Now there's 3 consistent spawn locations for these vending machines, and that is the Rave Cave, which in my opinion is the easiest. You also have the Glow, which is the hardest, and then you have Risky Reels, which isn't too bad to be honest, but also random vending machines around the map can be Dragon Ball vending machines. These are not the only 3 ones. Some other vending machines that have pre-existed turn into them. Starting off at challenge number 1, stage 1 of 3, join a verse battle in a different match. A verse battle is a rebranded bounty board. The bounty boards have got Dragon Ball Z branding on them. All of the bounty boards should be in the same locations as the past, but I do have this handy map and it is also linked down in the description if you want to check out where all of these are in detail and zoom in on them. The difference for this, however, is someone else needs to also start a verse battle, so people need to be at different bounty boards and start these, essentially engaging each other in a fight. Now instead of having a big yellow circle around the map, there is a tiny red one, and it is very hard to see, so keep an eye out for it, and if you can find your person and you can kill them, then you will win the verse battle. Next one is damaging an enemy player before you take damage in 3 different matches. Really easy to do, just recommend landing on a gun in a populated area. For example, for me, I like to land Rocky Reels, just land at the top of the billboards, be the first one there to get a gun, and then just start spraying at people. And there you go, challenge done, just do it 3 times. Other great locations to land that are highly populated include Coney and also Greasy. Last challenge is a part 1 of a part 2, and that is winner versus battle. I explained what that was in the first challenge. Now the easiest way to win a versus battle is be prepared for the fight. So just play it like you're playing normal Fortnite. Make sure you have full shield, make sure you have a good shotgun, a good AR, and engage the person. If you want to rotate to that person fast, like I stated before, make sure you have movement items. This one's one of the harder ones to do. Push a giant boulder or timber pine logs. There's actually a few techniques to it. Now these are all of the boulder locations on the map. Well, not all of them. We know there's like another one here at Tilted. This is just a map that I found online. Now the boulders are a really great way to do that. I'm going to show you the best locations for it, but the pine trees I reckon are going to be even better. So if you're going for trees, what you want to do is you want to land on the outskirts of the map or anywhere near water. I prefer the outskirts because if you land around here, you're more than likely going to get hit by someone. I'm going to explain in a second why you want to land near water. And then if you're going for a boulder, you want to land on top of a mountain. So I just suggest this mountain here or this mountain here or this mountain here, as when you knock the boulder, it will fall down the mountain and it will get the furthest distance. Right off the rip here, I'm going to be landing at a timber pine tree on the edge of the map like I stated before, and the reason for this is because we're next to the water and there's no one else around, so you need to hit the tree a total of 500 meters. And why is this going to come in handy? Well, when you hit a tree in water, it goes absolutely flying. Once this is in the water, you should be able to do the challenge. All you have to do is sit on top of it and then you just have to smack it. Remember, if you smack it once, it's going to go pretty far and you should be able to cover a fair amount of distance. Remember, the tree's health can break, so you don't want to be smacking it consistently. You just want to smack it enough so that it like sends it. And just from a single tree, we almost smashed that number out of the park. There you go, easy as that. Now I'm just going to show you a boulder real quick in case you want to do it that way for whatever reason. We're going to be landing on this mountain here or going to this mountain here on the map. So now we're knocking this runaway boulder down the mountain, and we started here, so it's about 1 meter, and as you can tell from a singular hit there, the boulder's gone about 100 meters. Now you can keep doing this, you can go to other mountains, but in my personal opinion, just do the tree one, dude. Next challenge is destroy 10 objects with a Kamehameha. I talked about this in the warm-up quest video, but you can actually destroy your own builds and it counts as these challenges. You need 100 wood, which is 10 builds. We're gonna build over the water here, and we're just gonna build straight upwards. And you wanna have a Kamehameha. We're just gonna hit this straight downwards. And there we go, that's the easiest way to get that done. Coming into the last part of our strength training, it comes into a 3-part quest. The first one is do 300 damage. I'm just gonna run you guys through this in post because I was rambling a little bit in this video. So actually, if you do damage to wolves in the game, it does count as damage towards enemies. Now, doing damage to boars or damage to NPCs does not count. If you shoot a wolf and you kill it with its full health, that will be 250 damage. So if you kill a total of 2 wolves in the first part of this challenge, you can complete the quest. And that's more so if you're struggling to fight players or get kills on players. Starting off at quest number 1, complete a mushroom obstacle course. What you want to do here is you want to load up a trios or a squads game, and you want to make sure you have it selected to no fill. This is because a lot of the time when doing solo quests or when they first come out, everyone's trying to do the quests in solos, but in squads and trios, people aren't doing quests. They're more so just playing the game normally together with friends or with other people, and they don't want to ruin that experience by doing quests. So if you do it in these game modes, you're going to run into less people at those locations. If you go into your quest menu and you select it, it will tell you where you have to land. If you are in the lobby, you can mark this beforehand and you can make sure you press track and it will show you exactly where to land. And the same goes for the next challenge as well, which I'll show you right after this one. So we're just going to jump from the bus here and land directly at it. You don't want to be looting and prepping for an actual game because the quickest way to do this is be the first one to do this. So if you just go to the timer here and you activate the time trial, all you have to do is parkour your way through all of these. Now, if you fall, you can mantle yourself back up, so don't worry if you miss it. And this should give you a little bit more time than to do a perfect run, because way back in the day, Fortnite made it so you had to do a perfect run in order to complete quests like this. But that's no longer the case anymore, so don't fret if you don't hit any of them perfectly, because it's not going to cost you as much as you'll think. Now this one you want to hit twice, and you want to land on this second mushroom, and that's the easiest way I find to maneuver that one, and you can just keep bouncing on them if you land in place. But simple as that, that's how you get that one done. The next challenge here, complete desert time trial. All you want to do is load into a squads or trios game no fill, just like the previous challenge. open up your map, go into quest, go into Dragon Ball, scroll down to agility training and click track, and then zoom in on the map and mark the map. And that's exactly where you want to land. If you're finding a fair few people are landing here in trios or squads, just load up a different game mode like duos, no feel, or possibly even solos, because you never know when everyone might realize the easiest way to do this is squads and trios, and then everyone starts doing the same thing. If you are unaware, the best way to land in Fortnite is between the 1,000 and 900 meter mark in the game, and that's how you get lowest to the ground. If you're landing somewhere that's like a super tall mountain, that distance somewhat changes. So we're going to start the desert time trial, and I was looking in the wrong direction, which does kind of suck, but as I stated before, they always give you extra time to complete these, so I wouldn't worry too much. While sprinting in the game, you don't want to be jumping, because if you jump, it's going to make your fatigue run out faster. Hopefully I don't get pushed by these people on my left here, and I've got a few more seconds to actually complete this challenge. So we're just going to sprint down to this one, and we're going to slide up a little bit. I keep accidentally jumping because that's very, very much so just like muscle memory on how I play the game. You see someone else is here to do it as well. So this is always the wave, you know? And simple as that, I've completed the time trial in the game. Coming into our next challenge, deal damage to an opponent after sprinting. Now I've already completed this one just by recording the other videos. Essentially just sprint and then just shoot as soon as you come out of the sprint. And if you're sliding or whatever as well, it doesn't really matter. And you only have to do a total of 200 damage. Now this can be to a person or a wolf like before. So for this quest, we have to land at Lotus LogJam, and it is a little bit more complicated than you would think, because you're going to get pushed by people and other people are going to be landing here also. There's a few techniques and rotations you can take out of here, because the next step of this one will be going here to Shifty Shafts. But at the moment, first things first, we've got to land at Lotus LogJam. Make sure you land on one of the buildings here or within the area, because if you land too much on the outskirts, it won't count for the challenge. I'm going to be aiming for the backside building here. So once we've landed there, you want to rotate out towards the northwest side, and you want to go here and get a grappler. From the point of getting a grappler, there's actually two rotations in which you can take. One of them is going to be you rotating to the top of this mountain here, near where the 7 is, as there's rifts there. And the other one is just going to be rotating directly to the mountain with the grappler. So I'm going to go directly towards the mountain. Do note, if you shoot higher towards the trees, so if you want to swing low, you can, and do note also, if you slide while grappling, the grappler actually doesn't completely reset, it actually gives you a few seconds to when you can connect again. Stage 2 is travel 500 meters in a single game. So for this challenge, you can't actually complete it while using a grappler or a car or any other like little hack, as far as I'm aware. So what we are going to do is we're going to look at the map here, and we're just going to mark a location far away. We can tell that's 600 meters away. So if I enable my auto run, as you see that I'm just moving my mouse to direct my person, I don't actually have to hold down any buttons on the keyboard. It should auto complete itself pretty much. And then I'm free to like browse TikTok on my phone or reply to messages and whatnot to complete this challenge the easiest way possible. Swimming in icy water seems to work anywhere in the snow. I completed mine while jumping into the Rave Cave water, and I was surprised when I saw it was fixed. Starting off with the first challenge, hitting headshot while aiming down sights. This is going to take a little while to do. If you're up on height, for example, on top of the billboard of risky reels or in tilted towers on top of a building, it's going to be easy to hit headshots because you're going to be able to see people's head before you see their body. It's always easy to hit headshots when you have height. Next one is travel distance in a vehicle while on asphalt. That's a total of 750 meters. Now I reckon you should combo this challenge up with the next one. So you can toggle on where the vehicles spawn, but we know a bunch of supercars always spawn here on the map at the starting line. You can also see where all the other vehicles land. And what's asphalt, you may be asking? It's the road. All you have to do is stay on the road for 750 meters. I recommend going more on the outskirts of the map. So anywhere that's not like central, around like greasy and stuff, should be fine. And the last challenge, swing from 5 different trees while using the grapple glove. Now the reason I was saying you should pair this up with the last couple challenges is that if you land at Chonka Speedway, then once you go get a car, you can drive the 750 meters up the road to a grapple glove spawn location. This is going to be linked down in the description below, and you can open this up yourself to see where all the gloves spawn. But this challenge is drive 750 meters on the road. You're allowed to get out of the car in between, so you can pick this up, continue your journey, then you can go to Reality Falls and swing around the trees and get that done also. we have to find a tent, because the first quest is regain health while resting in a tent. Tents don't have guaranteed spawns in Fortnite. A lot of the time it's just finding one off the ground, very similar to finding these guns off the ground. I do, however, know a fair few people store tents on top of this building here in Tilted on my servers. Fair few people dump tents in Greasy Grove. So I'm going to be landing for Tilted. Fingers crossed there's a tent up top that I can snag. If not, we're going to be running around the map until we can find one. Now you want to be finding a tent that's either on the ground that you can pick up, or a tent that's been already pre-placed that someone hasn't entered in the game, because you need to be able to access it and get inside. If the tent is already a different color, like red for example, it means someone's used it that game and you can't rest in it because it belongs to someone else. Already a bit of a shaky start here. Oh, there's a single tent. This is really good for me. Apart from that dude being right there. Yeah, we made it. That's so good. Normally the tents are placed up there, they're not actually spawning there. I just got really lucky then. So I'm actually going to be doing a few things here, and the main part of this is me farming some wood. But I want to get out of this area because I know this is a populated area and some people land around here, and I don't want to be getting pushed by people while I'm doing this, because it's gonna take a second to do, and I'm gonna be like kinda AFK in a sense. Kind of looks like my health is bugged right now too. It says my health is 33, but the health bar is showing a lot higher. Maybe that's a new bug in the game that's just come out. So you're gonna throw down your tent, and then you're gonna go inside it and rest, and just wait for your health to go up. So you just have to gain a total of 50 HP. Now, if you happen to get beamed by someone just like I did, you'll lose your health. But the other way to lose your health is to just lose it by falling off the top of something and not dying. So the height that you want to be able to build is up 4 stories. 3 stories in Fortnite is perfect height to not take fall damage. But if you build 4 stories up, you'll be taking fall damage. Note, if the ground is not flat and you're on a hill, you can take more fall damage if you fall further, and if it's higher up, you won't take any. So if I just jump off the top here, I'll take fall damage, and then I can just run back to the tent and heal myself. I'm pretty sure you can build 5 stories up on a pure flat without completely dying, but if you build any higher than that, I think that's like full fall damage height. And that's quest 1 done. The next quest here is take a dip in the water at Sunburned Shacks or Beach Bash. Now if you go into your quest and you just click on it, it will actually tell you where these 2 locations are. So one of the locations is here and one of the locations is over here. So literally all you have to do is touch the water at either of those 2 locations, and that challenge is completely complete. 2 of 2. So the next quest that we have to complete here is getting toasty at a campfire by regaining health. We're going to do the same technique of taking fall damage. Now, just by me playing the game a lot, I know that there's a campfire next to the mighty monument, but you can use your drop maps and land anywhere you like in order to get close to a campfire. So before I was ever so rudely sniped while in zone healing, weirdly enough, I was gaining health at a campfire. Now I'm going to be gaining health at another campfire here. We're quickly going to do the campfire one here as well while we can. So just build up those 4 stories and then jump. I'm going to move around while doing this one and not stand still so we don't get sniped again. Let's go! So by now I've got the glider in the game. I absolutely had to show you guys using the glider, dude. Look at that! Oh, dude, that is so sick! Oh, it looks so good. Oh man. And the transition? Oh, it looks incredible. Hopefully this video compilation helped you out. If it did, make sure you leave it with a like rating and subscribe down below. And make sure you use code ONY in order to show your thanks and support a small creator when buying anything from the Fortnite item store. Check out all my links in the description, and I'll catch all you guys in the flip side. Goodbye.